YouTube, what up? What up? It's your boy Sonny Winters. Sonny Winters TV. We are Flatbush. We here. We chopping it up tonight. How's everybody doing? Give everybody a second. You know what I mean? Give my guys a second to pull up. Look like I'm selling wrinkles here on live. Y'all know I don't business with all that. I'll be on here with no shirt on if I could. How's everybody doing though? Yeah. Talking about sports tonight. Talking about Dion Sanders. We're talking about the decision he made to leave historically black colleges and universities and go elsewhere to D1. We were just talking about this recently. I thought this was kind of important that we spin the block on this because, as you know, I chop it up with my bros, my man DV, you know what I'm saying, my man you know what I mean? We chop it up sports, all things sports, you know. We still active out here on these couches, you know what I'm saying? We couch coaches out here, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, hold on. Let me send this link real quick. What's good though? Hit that like button on your way in. If it's your first time in here, welcome. You know what I'm saying? If you just spin the block on us and you coming back, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back. Big shout to my guys. We are Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we are Flatbush. I don't know. Flatbush is a pretty athletic area. Face don't deal with no sports. I'm trying to think. I can see Popeye playing cricket or something, but one thing I can see Popeye doing is either chasing somebody this way and then come running back this way when the law comes or something. So I don't know. I don't know if them guys, man, they're not really. Let me just send this link out. Pardon me. I should have some music or something fly playing, but I don't. I'm trying to. 1 second. Let me put the link in here. Dion Sanders went for the money. If I was the top recruit, it would piss me off. Imagine taking a scholarship over. Nah, but that's a valid point. That's a valid point. Let me drop this. Yes, BK 90s. Big up, man from 90s. JE. Valid point. Okay. It's the StreamYard link is here in the comments. He went for the money, right? You a recruit. You could have went to UCLA. You could have went to Syracuse, but you decided to go to Jackson State. Played for Coach Sanders for a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, he was 37-0. I think he run off 2 chips. Me personally, I was a big fan of watching what was going on. So, you know, we always was tapping in. And I seen a lot of different coaching off the field kind of opportunities where he was, you know, a lot of tutelage and showing brothers, especially how to be professional and how to move forward like men. I feel like I got something on my face here. That enriches lives. So yeah, you could have went to UCLA and went here, went there, and truth be told, a lot of people was going with him. They say his son is coming with him. There's a couple other recruits that's going with him. It's kind of loose these days, and I don't want to say loosen up like it's a bad thing, but with people it's not as strict and you know the rules aren't as stringent as it was before. Your DV you popped up, let's say your device ain't connected, boy. And it's not as stringent as it was before. So here you go. Here goes my guy. Yo, DV, what up, bro?
What's good with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Glad you tapping in, man. You know what we doing, man. You said it before on the last show. You called it. That's why this is why you here. You got the crystal ball in sports somewhere over there. You just be fronting. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Look. He got his papers. He got his pen.
You got to understand. He had to do what he had to do.
You see what's on the screen? Somebody said he went for the money, but if I was a top recruit, I would be pissed off. Imagine to take the scholarship to Jackson State over Syracuse or UCLA. I mean, we saw more Jackson State than Syracuse and UCLA this year.
Right. So look. So you want to say he took the money? His salary there was $1.5 million, right?
He gave up a lot of that.
He gave up half of it to fund the program. Went out to Under Armour, got $1 million from them to help him out. Had Strahan dress him. Yo, they had about 6 uniforms.
What you mean straight? Yo, peace, God.
Yo, what up, D?
Yo, what's good with you?
My man. What's poppin', kid?
Yo, I ain't seen you in a good 20 years, man.
I know, son. The last time I saw you was on a train, son.
For sure.
Coming from Harlem.
Sure.
Never forget, son.
I think you was going to work out.
Yeah, I was going to work out. This is the last time I seen you, son. Word.
He coming from working out right now.
Yeah, I'm coming from working out right now as we speak,
Look,
son.
at least you keep it honest.
You
still doing
it. Yeah. Somebody gotta do it, man. Somebody gotta do
it.
I'm about 8 months out the year with it.
That's really all you need, though, son. I'm saying I'm a little out of control with this shit, but 8 months, 6 months, it all.
Somebody gotta set the bar. See, you just set the bar and we follow that. You know what I mean? We don't get to it. But
them guys that been working out for 20 years, they bought too high.
That's our man.
Look, they rip like cartoon characters. They look like Leonidas.
Yo, this dude was in the. You gonna get to Ahmed and he was just competing in Houston. What was the count? What was it? What was the age bracket you was in?
I was in 25 to 30. 18 to 30 bracket. Yeah, 18 to 30.
See what I'm saying?
I was the oldest competitor.
Hey,
I didn't know that though until I got to the show and realized that everybody backstage was young enough to be my son.
But would that have affected your mindset with training?
No, absolutely not. Because I feel like I train harder than most of them anyway. Like the people I look at in terms of like I aspire to train like people like Kyle Green and people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody else that's in the gym with me, I'm able, like, I don't really compare myself to them. It's not a knock to them, but I try to take my mind to a whole different place.
I'll talk this shit.
Yeah, like I really want to come out there because I had chimed in on one of Fruit's podcasts and told them, like, I want to get it in with y'all. Like, you, Tiz, Fruit, I want to get it in with y'all.
Yeah, come through, man. We out here, man. You know,
it
come with the gym, it come with the gun range, it come with the
all that. I see,
it come with the fighting, it come with all that. Yeah, definitely. Listen, we're gonna get to the sport, to the hand-to-hand combat. Now, we're talking about Dion Prime right now. You know
okay.
As you see the comment on the screen, brother said that he went for the money. D said it was inevitable. D, when you tapped in, D was just listing off. What was it, D? He took 1.5 million as his contract.
He took 1.5. He gave half of it back. He built the facility.
Yeah.
He went to Michael Strahan, asked Michael Strahan to dress his boys so they don't look like hoodlums and looking raggedy.
Facts.
He went to Under Armour. Yo, they had about 6 or 7 uniforms.
Facts.
They switching in and out every week.
And I mean, not to mention, like I was saying too before we had all came on, that the way it is, I heard he's taking like 6 people with him. NCAA is kind of loose where they don't got to be red shirted and this and that.
Yeah, no.
The portal.
Not taking 6 people with him.
Right now, it's like 5 or 6 people right now.
What he said was, and he told them, hit the transfer portal, but before you go to the portal, talk to me.
Yes.
He went to Colorado.
Yes.
This is why they mad at him, because he told them players, hit the portal.
Yes, that's a fact.
Now, let's think about this.
Hold on, let's be clear. When you say hit the portal, talking about the school portal to put the transfers in.
The transfer portal. The transfer portal.
Mind you.
Right.
The only reason why they're making a big deal about it is because Dion said it live on camera. Any other coach could go to the school and go, look, Lincoln Riley, I'm going to USC. Yo, Cade, hit the transfer portal. What's wrong with that?
No,
You took
nothing's
your
wrong.
quarterback with you. If you vested your time in somebody and you getting a better job somewhere else, and you can bring them with you right now with how they changed the rules where you don't got to sit out a year no more.
I was about to say that's the main thing right there. No red shirt, nothing.
Yeah, I'm out of it. I'm out.
Colorado had messed up NIL deal. He changed that.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with what he's doing.
Nothing.
He's the first HBC coach to get a job in the Big Time program.
For that matter, he's one of 3 black coaches that coach in the FBS period out of all the D1 schools. He's only one of 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Got fired on Saturday.
That's a fact. So if you think about it, like at first, when I first heard the news, I was a little disappointed for Jackson State. But then at the same time, once I got all the information, I understand the concept in this, because the reality of it all is this. If Dion succeeds, this leads to other prominent black coaches that are able to get Division I jobs. Like coach of Auburn, coach of Miami, coach of Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Not having to go to like Howard and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the science in that. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, he gave the HBCUs the blueprint on what they need to do going further. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He won 2 SWAC titles. Like, I don't know what else you want from the man at this point. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're not. No,
they be talking crazy. They be talking crazy about the SWAC titles.
They not. Listen, you know why I talk crazy about it? Because we said this on the other. What's the goal? What is the goal? When you started playing, what was the goal?
Chip.
I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna play in the national championship. I'm gonna win that. I might win. I'm trying to win the Heisman.
Yep.
Best quarterback, best linebacker. Yo, what's the goal? The goal is accolades. Yo, the goal is not to be patted on the back. Oh, you won the SWAC. I am not knocking the SWAC. But beyond that, once you win that, then what do? You go home.
Yeah, I mean, they got a bowl game coming up, but I don't know if it's against anybody.
Nobody want to play in that.
I don't know who they playing against.
Look, people want to play in the Heritage Bowl because that bowl is a classic bowl. That bowl has been on TV. That bowl is a traditional bowl.
Back.
Other than that, they don't have no other bowl to go to.
No, they don't. Well, and none of the Power 5 schools.
They not playing. Look,
they're not.
Unless you're willing to, and remember, a couple of the HBCU schools are not in the SWAC.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Are they big? Are they big schools though? Are they schools that make noise?
I mean, if you look at the HBCU, traditionally the schools that have made noise in the past are Grambling. You could put Alcorn State up there. Fam.
I'm gonna say Fam. I know.
Yeah, Fam.
Virginia Union. They all at one time had they run, but beyond that, unless you said, you know what, I can win in the SWAC. I'm ready to now, like Jackson State. Jackson State should have played Mississippi.
Well, now
Mississippi State.
Well, one thing I will say is this.
Hold on.
One thing I have to admit, a lot of those big schools, they was ducking Dion because they didn't want to lose. They did not. That's what they did not want to lose on that. Be the prime in that school. They ducked him because he's supposed to have it.
And again. Nothing's wrong with that, but then again, too, he ducked some big schools not to get his head beat in for a paycheck.
That's a fact. He didn't want no parts of Alabama and shit like that. I don't blame him. They wasn't real.
All right, let me ask this though. Speaking of not wanting that, right? I just pulled up. We're gonna get back to who the powerhouses was and what he did in SWAC and all that. But right now, I'm looking at the conference that he's going to. USC, Utah, Washington, Oregon State, Washington State, Arizona,
it's the Pac-12. It's the Pac-12.
Stanford, Pac-12. He's going into a situation where they won one game. And they
okay. So look,
the big dog right now was USC.
USC.
Well,
Right.
not really. Utah.
I mean, Oregon, of course, is the powerhouse.
Well, now, Utah beat them. Well, Utah beat USC in the Pac-12 championship game.
Yeah,
so
so
Utah is actually the
they
big
beat
dog.
them twice. They beat them twice in the season. So
But
it ain't
now,
like
also too, a year from now, USC, UCLA will no longer be in the Pac-12. They leave.
yeah, they leaving.
When though? 1 year, 2 years?
Like
A year, so I think in another year or so. Yeah, I think he got
They
1 year.
now. They there now. They're gonna get this work next year.
well, thing is leaving. Texas and Oklahoma, they going to the SEC.
They going to SEC, yeah. So they switching and they coming over. They coming over to the Big 12. But if you want to be honest, I feel like Colorado. I think Colorado is going to improve overnight. They didn't have good coaching. They got the players. Let me say this to you: when you go to a Division I school, usually you are one of the top 200 high school players in the country. You may not be in the top 10, or you may not be, you know what I'm saying, a 4-star or five-star. But if you a 3-star to 4-star, you are at a Division I school. Colorado has players, and if you remember his press conference that he had with them, he told them straight up. He was like, "Yo, some of y'all not gonna make it." He was real. He's real with them.
You gotta be.
He said, "Some of y'all gonna quit."
You can't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, or I'm gonna get rid of some of y'all.
You gotta be what it is. So you gotta look. You gotta weed out the bad ones and keep the good ones.
Gotta weed out the weak.
What's wrong with it?
So what? So what? I was talking to my boy at work earlier, and he's pretty knowledgeable with sports, but he was saying that they could possibly go to be a ranked team going into the season, depending on who they pick up or what comes their way.
Think about this. He's coming with 11 dogs that he knows gonna get it popping.
Bonafide.
Remember I told you last time, the son was putting up Heisman numbers.
Yes. That other kid, McKnight, he's an NFL prospect for sure. No questions asked.
He's gonna bring him along. He's bringing him along. Now look, this is the promise thing he made their mamas. I'm gonna get your son into the NFL.
Yep.
I'm gonna get him there. Now you're going big time programs. There's no excuses.
Nope.
So you're saying that they can get a couple of, like my boy was saying,
they gonna
get a couple of recruits and they can be
listen.
He gonna get mad with his prime.
Now they have a coach that can walk into your house, look you in your face, and tell you, "I can make your son a better man. I'm gonna get him to be a good player. We gonna play for championships.
Yep.
I'm gonna get him in the NFL if he's a dog."
That's a fact. D. And I know for a fact, if I'm a young kid, Dion come into my living room with my parents, and he, you know what I'm saying, coaching for Colorado now. Colorado got banging uniforms. Colorado's a great place to live. You know what I'm saying? They got, you know what I'm saying, the whole infrastructure set up, weight room, all of that.
Remember,
they
used to be a powerhouse back in the days.
Who went to Colorado? Was it Rocket?
Eric Bieniemy, Darian Hagan,
Hayes,
Cordell Stewart, Michael Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Yeah. Come on, they beat
What's his name?
Dame had rocket issues.
Rashawn Salam, who won the Heisman.
Right.
Traditional, man.
Yo, y'all dudes is for real walking stat books. I love it.
I
couldn't think of one earlier, but now you saying it. I'm thinking like,
off because their quarterback died.
Who?
Yep.
His name was Sal. The quarterback died. Oh no, the quarterback got sick. Darian Hagan took over.
Yep.
They had about 5 comeback games. They started calling them comeback U.
Yep.
They battled first year. They battled Notre Dame. They kicked the ball to the Rocket. He ran it back stupidly. The next year they did it again, but they got called for like blocking the back or something. They had to do it again. Then they stopped.
And Chauncey Billups too.
They co-shared the national championship with I think Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Georgia Tech that year.
Georgia Tech they co-shared
with Chauncey Billups.
Nah, Sean Moore was quarterback for Georgia Tech that time. Yeah, that was a fact. That was a fact. I remember that. Vividly because that's when we was in high school at the time.
They shit used to be Darian Hagan was 1, Eric Bieniemy was 2, the wide receiver was 3. Oh, they had the shit
Yo,
popping.
you know who else? You know who else went there that was nice, but they wound up doing like 30 years in jail? Ray Caruth.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hold on, Ray Carew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was an All-American wide receiver at Colorado.
Hell yeah.
Yes, that's a
Fact.
fact. Ray
That's
Carew.
the
Cordell threw an 80-yard pass in Michigan Stadium to beat Michigan.
Yeah, the Westbrook pass. Yep.
Come
Never
on.
forget it.
They used to be a powerhouse. Yo, they was a powerhouse at one time.
Yeah,
They
they
was
was
coach left.
So being that, so
Yo,
being that
they
he's not
hired
going
more
in
black
there.
coaches than anybody else.
But listen, so being that he's not going in there to water problems, he's not going in there to an old beat up locker room.
Oh nah.
He got a press room. You think this plays into the effects of what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
They gonna play hard and much better.
Yes. I'm not predicting them to have like they're gonna lose some games, but you're gonna see drastic improvement. Dramatic improvement.
Are they gonna be able to romp with Oregon in them?
Yeah. I think they're gonna be able to compete with Oregon.
They won in 11, y'all. They won in 11.
Anybody's house and bring 4-star and 5 stars there. He can walk in. It's guaranteed. He letting you. It's big time now. If this ain't play. This is if we do well, we can go.
Who's Kenyon Dooling?
Who?
Why that name sound familiar? Kenyon Dooling.
Keon Dooling.
He went to Colorado.
He might have.
Dooling? I don't think Keon Dooling went to Colorado. He a basketball player, ain't he?
Yeah, him and people in the comments naming people in general. Because remember, Chauncey Billups went there too. So
Chauncey Billups was the only but I don't think he played with Keon Dooling though.
When Chauncey went there, Colorado sucked.
They sucked.
He was McDonald's All-American going crazy.
Nope.
It was horrible.
They're trash. And D, you want to hear something funny? Not to cut you off. You say you like Sonny bring up the 1 in 11, right? I always go back to this. Auburn did not win one game in 2000 and I want to say 13. They went 0 and 11 and 0 and 8 in the conference. The following year, a quarterback by the name of Cam Newton transferred from Florida to Auburn. They go from 0 and 11 to the national championship.
Oh, for sure.
All it takes is one. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. It takes one great one. That's it.
There are many teams. I think TCU just did it. They sucked last year.
Terrible.
Turned it around this year.
Who did it?
TCU.
Now they in the Final Four.
And you always got that type of story. You always got that. Look, Alabama was on hard times.
Facts. For a long time, D. For a long time.
Oklahoma was on hard times. Bob Stoops took over.
Miami was on hard times.
Miami was on hard times. Croker got them back popping. Then they went stupid again. Cristobal looked like he got them right now looking good. Yeah. Florida State sucked last year. They doing good. Syracuse sucked last year. They really almost sucked for the rest of the season, but they stretched it out.
That's a fact.
Listen, you can only go up.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And they clearly at the bottom. 1 and 11. I think they 1 and 8 in the conference.
Yeah, but look, within all that, right? Within all that, they could.
What are people mad at? What are people mad at? Like Dion said, I didn't leave black people. I just left the school
because they wanted him to be there for 20 years.
Yeah,
they wanted the next Eddie Robinson, but they got one. His son is there. He said he more swag than Dion. Well, guess what? Own that now.
That's it.
The world.
That's it.
Own it.
And they have other NFL coaches that are in the SWAC.
They do.
Eddie George is in the SWAC now. Doug Williams is in the SWAC. Yeah, they got other prominent NFL players that's in the SWAC that could do the same thing that Dion was doing. You know what I'm saying? He laid down the blueprint. And I also, something else too about black people too. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and we all fall victim to this to some degree, it's the crab in the barrel mentality. Because at the end of the day, man, in order to get to where we want to be, you know what I'm saying? Certain sacrifices have to be made. And all Dion did, Dion went to HBCUs first, put them on the map. Now he's going to a legitimate Division I school. And if he succeeds, this opens the door for black coaches to not just have to beg for jobs in the SWAC.
Well,
black coaches deserve to coach at a Division I level.
I agree with parts of what you're saying. Like, I don't ever agree really with the crab in the barrel mentality just because the crab ain't supposed to be in the barrel. The crab don't act like it's in the ocean. So once you put the crab in the barrel, they act crazy. They're gonna do different things to get out the fucking barrel. So stop putting crabs in barrels, and crabs will stop acting crazy, right?
Now, right, son.
Right. You know what I mean? That's just me with that. But just the whole open up the doors thing. It's not necessarily even open up the doors. How about it's just the blueprint? How about this is a Hall of Famer, right? Dion didn't have to do that. Dion could have stayed Dion and got a pension, did the Super Bowl, did appearances twice a year and make his bread. You feel me? He's gonna make money, sneak a deal, all kind of stuff without this. He did this. Yo, if you not Dion and you out there, you not a Hall of Famer, you out there, you was a cornerback that played in the league for 10 years, you need to get your butt down there and start coaching at a school, one of the schools we named earlier, and put in some work and use this as the blueprint of almost like paying dues as a coach and pay dues on our field.
Well, you know what though, Sonny? The only thing I can say that people have to be aware of too is that let's not ever get it twisted. This is prime. This is arguably one of the top 5 players in NFL history. Not even position by position. I'm talking top 5 overall ever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like ever. I'm talking about him, LP.
Impact. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
impact, stats, Super
impact,
Bowl,
it's not style, everything. He was the one that said, look good, feel good, play good. You know what I'm saying? He invented that.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's wrong with his Jackson State deal was like 1.4, I think, for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
What's wrong with now that man getting 29.5?
Nothing.
How much? How much?
29.5. I think 5 years.
For what? At Colorado?
Yeah.
So what's wrong? What's wrong with that?
They got the money to pay him. Yeah. 29.5. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Think about it. He can only go up.
That's it.
Now look, he don't got to win the national championship his first year. Look what the AD asked him. All he asked him to do is beat Nebraska first game of the season.
That's it. And he gonna beat Nebraska. He gonna beat Nebraska. They're gonna beat Nebraska on hype alone.
They're gonna beat the brakes off of
Nebraska. They're gonna beat the
brakes off of them, man.
Oh shit, that shit gonna be crazy.
Look.
Yo, we skipped over that 29 million too fast, yo. 29 million.
Yo, Sonny, he was getting 1.5 for 1.5 or 1.4 for 3 or 4 years.
But this is the difference between
he gave away like 300 of that.
Right.
He gave away to the program.
To the program because they was broke. But this is the advantage of coaching at a deep. Yeah, this is the advantage of coaching at a D1 school.
You mean to tell me you got a regular job? Your boss don't want to give you a raise, but somebody else can give you. Oh, you don't want to get. He don't want to pay you 25 an hour. Somebody else willing to give you 30 an hour.
Facts.
Why are you mad?
That's
you
more
can't
than,
be
that's
mad
more
at
than
30.
That's like 25 and like 65 an hour he just jumped to. Let me ask y'all this question though.
What's up?
Who you think, just put yourself in Prime's position right now, right? Or put yourself in Prime position 6 months ago. Who poached who? Do you think they was poaching Prime all along? Or do you think Prime had his hook in the water? You know he's a fisherman. You know he's an angler.
Nah.
So you think he had his hook in the water all along, testing the waters
out. It probably was mutual, but they seen he turned that program around when nobody else gave him a shot.
And also, too, the SEC, they raced his ass, and I'm going to say it. The SEC He wanted the Auburn job. They said hell no. He wanted to go back to his alma mater originally, which was Florida State.
But
they said hell no.
They hired because they said he didn't have no experience. So they hired Cristobal. But they should have gave him the shot.
Yep.
Hold up, but was this before, after, or during his high school run, or would y'all not count the high school run with his sons in it?
Nah, the high school run was just a separate thing.
I know, but was he trying to get that? Did they say he didn't have the experience during that time, or was this like where did that go?
Right, no. What they tried to say was when he was trying to get the job to be a head coach somewhere, it was like
high school coach at that time. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he was doing high school.
That high school coach shit don't count for Florida State and all that.
I think so, but most other schools do. You know how many colleges gave a high school coach a chance?
Let me explain something to you.
Chance on them.
But you're right, though. But you know what, though? You're right. See. But this is where it comes down to color factors in. Had he been white, it would have counted. But a black coach doing what he did at a high school level, not so much for whatever reason. Now, mind you, now he's still Dion Sanders. But I have seen high school coaches that have worked at like modern day and shit like that in California jump from that to being coaches at fucking Wyoming and Texas A&M and shit and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it does factor in to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Because he had the best high school team in the country at one point. Let's not kid ourselves. That shit was shit.
You can't knock the man. They mad. Look, they mad that he told people recruit. They get out of there. They mad that the 4 and 5 stars that were coming there to be with him have now decommitted.
Yep.
Now, again, if he changed all the rules, what does it?
Colorado hasn't had a winning season in years. He's bringing name and responsibility.
Okay.
Exactly right. You're right. That's right.
No problem. Right. No problem.
Right. No problem. That's it. And that's all they need.
Look, after the $29 million, this whole thing is over.
But you can change. Look, but see, there's the problem with this is that people don't get like
he ain't get $29 million when he was playing football. Hold up.
Nope. You don't turn over like he could turn it over in one night, but that don't mean they're gonna win the next year.
That's a fact.
No it guarantee. Might take them 3-4 years to get it going. Like it just don't happen. Like, well, let me phrase that. Saban went into no, I'm lying because Saban got bumped the first year by Florida.
Yeah, that's not. He lost. No, so, he lost 2 years in a row to Florida. He lost twice to Tebow. He lost twice. It took him 2 times to get over that hump. Yeah, that's a fact.
Who?
Nick Saban.
He lost twice to Tebow.
So it happens. Like they're gonna take their lumps. No problem. They're gonna take a beating. No problem.
Let me ask you this: do you think now is safe, or it's a safe space for Alabama to take that challenge from him? Or he got to wait a year? Because I remember they
that's up.
They want to play Jackson.
That's up to him now to
up to who?
Schedule him.
He know he's going. You know he's going to go for it. You know he's going for it. That's prime.
He might not. He might not.
Not this year. It wouldn't be a good idea. Alabama would blank them. It would be like 80 to 0.
Bringing in, they like you got to look. Alabama just lost.
That would be ugly. That'd be ugly.
Players going to hit the transfer portal. The problem with that.
You don't want to play them games.
You losing these 4 or 5 stars. He bringing in 4 or 5 stars, replace these 4 or 5 stars that left.
Yeah.
So
Alabama just reload.
So that machine is well.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want no part of that. You stay away from that.
Coming in next year, like that machine is well oiled, man. Like
from a recruiting standpoint, I asked y'all from Dion's standpoint, from a
he can bring them all in now.
What? No, don't just say all of them. You're the recruiter. What do you bring in? What key positions do you bring in to turn shit around? Is it a quarterback and 3 receivers?
Quarterback. No, offensive line.
Let's say he got his son.
Yeah, his son. No. He got his son. He got, I think the
running back
called the 38 special.
Yeah.
He got his other son, the cornerback.
Yeah.
You got the other kid, Hunter, on the other side. He was he was the number one player in the country last year.
No question.
He got now beyond that, he got them other dogs that's on the line. He just bring them in.
Dion need a pass rusher. If they can get a pass rusher and a legitimate offensive tackle, I think they're going to be making some noise. Because I really believe I saw Colorado play a couple of times. They got players. They just wasn't coached right. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. Right.
The comments is wild right now. Like, he bringing boosters. He ain't bringing boosters. The boosters came out the woodworks.
Yeah, Colorado already got boosters. Yeah, they already got their boosters.
I mean, they throwing 29 million around. They got boosters. They got money.
Listen. Like the man said, before you hit the transfer portal, come talk to me.
Talk to him. Yep.
I will break it down to you and let you know if you're going to make it, or maybe you need to go lower and shine here. Like, you got to understand, man. He's not going to lie to you. He's going to give you the truth. He's going to tell you if you're good or not.
Word. He ain't going to sugarcoat it.
What it is. Like, come on. Like,
you can't make it. Yep. You ain't going to.
Everybody's seen talent. You've been somewhere where you seen someone do something like, oh, that boy nice. Like, you know. Like,
you can feel it.
I told you before, his son was putting up Heisman numbers, man. That boy was slinging that ball around, putting up Heisman.
But you know what though, D? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been a complete believer in his son at QB. I'm gonna see this year if he's really what everybody thinks he is.
He be putting up. Shorty be putting up numbers though.
I get it. But I'm a firm believer that you have to play the real first. Like, he put up numbers against players that he was clearly better than. I want to see him go against a USC defense. I want to see him go against UCLA or Oklahoma defense.
Now, remember.
Show me that.
This is where it's gonna get funny now, because
show me that.
Not just going in now with players too.
You might
have a top-notch staff. So
I agree.
Totally different.
I agree. You're right. D. I gotta see him. I gotta see him against somebody other than Mississippi Valley State. Now I'm gonna see, because listen, I'm gonna be honest. In high school, I didn't really think he was that good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He was a beast in high school.
Time out. Look at the skill players he had around him in high school. You could have threw to them, son. It wasn't like, you can't be serious. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he would throw a 2-yard hitch, money taking it 90 yards to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be serious. Now I'm gonna see, because I'm a believer. And see, I could touch on shit that I saw in high school too. Like, a lot of dudes was nice in high school. Then we got to another level, and you was playing against your peers that were equal to you. A lot of dudes ain't come through the way they did in high school. The numbers switch. You know what I'm saying? And now I get to see him. I'm not saying he won't succeed. I just want to see him against top Division I defenses. I want to see. That's all. I just want to see.
I mean, I see that.
That's valid.
I want to see that, but it's gonna be different. Like, now they're gonna really play a pro style offense, and he really wants. Gotta remember this too. These kids nowadays, they got trainers, man. So they different. Like, he had a trainer from the time he decided he wanted to throw that ball.
But they said he was working out with Tom Brady and all that, though.
Now he was.
All right. I mean, come on, bro.
I mean,
dinner with Jay-Z.
Well, look, the kid going to Texas is man and nephew, and
now, all right. So now, I'm glad you brought him up. Now,
what he said?
Now, D got that smile, because you saw Peyton and Eli's nephew. Now that dude is the truth. That's a bad man. That's a bad man. He threw the ball 85 yards on a rope.
Yeah. But where is he at? Where does he play?
He's playing for Texas next year.
Yeah, he's going to Texas.
He's going to Texas next year. He's going to be starting
quarterback.
Texas. Number one quarterback in the country. Like Sonny, throw it on a rope. Like on a rope. He looked just like his uncle. Looked just like him. He got game. And he can run. And he can run. He got game.
But, hold on. You know it's another kid that got better numbers than him.
Who?
Yeah, I forgot shorty name. The fuck, yo.
It's a kid got better numbers than him.
Got better numbers than
him. I just can't remember. I can't remember where he going though, but he got way better numbers.
Yeah, his numbers is better. That's a fact.
Way better numbers than him.
Yeah, somebody
out of Florida, right?
He don't get the same exposure because I think he playing like a bullshit conference or something.
Conference or something. Yeah, damn, I forgot his name.
He got
somebody said the only HBCU quarterback that was nice was Steve McNair. I thought he said the best. Steve McNair was probably one of the best. But
Doug Williams. Doug Williams.
Nice. Yeah, Doug Williams, Ken Riley, Jim Walker, Willie Totten.
Yeah, they had some officials. They ain't like, yeah. And I always say the greatest wide receiver of all time came from an HBCU.
Oh, for
Jerry
sure.
Rice. Jerry Rice. He went to Mississippi Valley State. Jerry Rice.
And arguably one of the best running backs came out of
Walter Payton.
Jackson
State. Facts.
What's name came from Savannah?
Who?
Shannon Sharp.
Yep.
That's a fact.
I think this is good because it shows people that this dude humbled himself and it came down and made the 1 point whatever in comparison to. I'm looking at the contract here. His contract with Dallas in '95 was $35 million. So he's only getting he damn near getting what he was getting in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
But it's different now because he can do more now with just social media going crazy. Listen, Colorado gonna have about 8 uniforms. I think they with Nike. I think they
got a hard uniform too with the was it gold and green or gold and black?
Listen, man, I know Jackson State has some of the flyest shit I ever seen, man.
They definitely did.
Dion had hoodies. He used to have hard hoodies, the varsity jackets.
Yeah,
he was going crazy with the
They're doing their thing, yo. They're doing their thing, yo. They're doing their thing.
They set up. Think about this. He didn't leave the cupboard bare.
No,
his man
not at all.
There. If they hire his man, same shit.
But didn't the dude come there from FAU or wherever his son was gonna go? The quarterback coach from somewhere came there. A lot of people went to Jackson State messing with Dion, but we're gonna see.
Because you had a shot. You finally had a shot of somebody gonna say, "Yo, you're an offensive coordinator. I'm gonna make you an offensive coordinator."
Facts.
You a defensive coordinator. If you wasn't confident, okay, you're not confident enough to be this. I'm gonna make you the running backs coach. Learn on the job.
Yep.
It's simple as that.
Facts. Now, what I will say though, D, is now I want to warn all the other Division I coaches out there. Nick Saban, Kirby Smart from Georgia, all the top 5. Now y'all got another real recruiter. So now the shit gets funny. Cause now what happens now is Dion can recruit Texas, he can recruit Florida, and he can recruit Georgia. And he'll keep the best Colorado players in Colorado. So this should get in. I believe in about 2 years, it's gonna be real interesting.
There's nothing wrong with what listen.
Interesting.
The goal is to move on, man.
Yep.
That's it. It made no sense for him to stay there.
Yo,
so all right, look. So what if he
that's key, D. What you said is the goal is always to move on, yo.
Look, what if he stayed there, right, and went 4 more seasons, 12-0? 4 more seasons, 12-0. He the best. He got the best team, the best everything swag. 12-0 for 4 seasons. He won it. I mean, he'll win the swag 6 times.
And go to the Heritage Bowl. And go to the Heritage Bowl 6 times.
And go to the Heritage Bowl 6 times. And win the Heritage Bowl 6 times.
Congratulations. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Then
That's
it's
it.
over.
Yeah, it's over.
Mind you.
And so
And again, it's not a knock against the HBCUs. You can go pro. Talent, find talent.
all the time. I always say that. It don't matter where you at. If you good enough, the NFL will find you. That is
I want to hoist up that natty.
Yeah, man.
I want to be on that field with I want to be on the field with the Orange Bowl in front of me acting crazy.
Yes.
I want to do the Charles Woodson with the rose in my mouth.
Word or the
Come on, man.
I want to bite into that orange. Pause. I want to bite into that orange and word the mother. Word the mother, kid.
Yo, D said you want the rose. You want the rose, D?
The rose, man. We going to the Rose Bowl, man.
That rose, kid.
Think about this. He's in the Pac-12. The Rose Bowl is their bowl game. The Pac-12 champion goes to the Rose Bowl every year.
Automatically, yep.
That's your bowl game. It's in your house. It's in your backyard. You get to go there and thump somebody. Come on, man. Nah, man.
And I'm gonna be honest.
Look, he don't got. Prime don't got.
I was in.
But get to the Rose Bowl.
Yo.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he got to do. And I always tell people when I was going to school in Cali, when I went to the Rose, I saw the Rose Bowl between USC and Northwestern. That was the one with Keyshawn Johnson. When I walked into Pasadena and I saw that, like I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. Like I've never seen like that in and of itself. Like, yeah, you what? You ready to run through a wall, man. That shit is like it's a different feel. It's a different feel, man.
I've been to games at the original Orange Bowl. That shit ain't even there no more.
Yo, think about this. I remember
tailgating right outside the OB plenty of time.
Yo, think about this.
I know that was crazy.
From like 80 something to like the beginning of 2000. Yo, it used to be 30 bowl games, man.
Yep.
Yeah, there's one for everybody.
30 bowl. Yo, listen, think about this. Your bowl, was no BCS at that time.
Mm-mm.
Go undefeated.
Or win 8.
Go to the bowl where the other team is undefeated.
That's it.
At it.
You think it was better like that?
It was not. It was that. Yo, that was Wild Cowboy back then when they did that.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yo, you had teams that was scared to go play Miami.
Yeah.
Alabama, 1990.
You should have been.
Yo,
as you should have been. As you should have been.
They beat the brakes off of them in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, Alabama got lucky though. Let's not kid ourselves.
And when they had Derek Glassick and
they still got lucky. They still got lucky. Lamar Thomas dropped that. Lamar Thomas fumbled that 90-yard touchdown pass. There's a lot that happened in that game, man.
That ain't luck.
You're not gonna go there. I'm gonna die hard. You now no.
I don't know. Was it luck when Derek Glassick did the heart attack in the end zone?
No, that wasn't luck. That wasn't luck. Let me say something. One thing about the two championships that they lost, the Ohio State and Alabama, they took those teams for granted.
All right, hold on.
They was better than both of those teams.
Hold on. First of all, the Ohio State, they got jerked.
I'm about to say that was.
Thank you. They got jerked. Thank you. Alabama beat them. They just took Alabama for granted.
Yeah, but they got jerked. Let's not.
Thank you.
That what's his name? The one that flopped out. He thought he was something. He thought he could break the rules and get into the NFL and.
Yeah, Maurice Claret. Yeah.
Take your head back. Go back to Ohio. Ohio boys.
Man.
What we doing? What we doing next?
What you mean?
We gotta come up. We gotta chop it up, man. Because we got an eye on Dion. Leave me with a final word for Dion.
Final word for me is I believe in 3 years Colorado will be a top 10 program. I firmly believe that.
That's big. That's big chat right there. That's big.
In 3 years, I believe so. I believe in the next 3 years, Dion will be able to recruit 5-star high school players, and he will have attained enough to make them a top 10 program in the country. I really believe that. It'll take him 3 years. I really believe that. With the resources that he has, because you saw what he did with Jackson State, and he have anything. With these resources,
forgetting.
I think
weed is legal in Colorado.
He's gonna hit the transfer portal and bring in all them angry people that's leaving their teams, man. He gonna build it listen, man, overnight, man.
But it's great out there.
That's before we even. I want to wrap it up, but does the legal bud play into effect out there though?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you be a fool to think any different.
They can't test for it.
They can't test for it.
They can't test
for it?
No.
Why they can't test for it?
Because
they could. They could.
Listen.
They could. No, because even in New York,
all other places, they got to
test for it if they want to.
NCAA. NCAA is not a Colorado thing. Where's the NCAA headquarters? Let me see. If the NCAA headquarters ain't in Colorado,
no, it's not. It's in Indiana or Ohio or one of them shits.
Indianapolis.
Well, no, I understand what you're coming from, Sonny, because the legalization of marijuana is a state thing. It hasn't gone to the federal level yet. The federal level, then
there's ways around it, but even still, do you think it plays into effect though?
Yeah, it does, absolutely, because everybody smoke bud. Like, and see, this is the thing. Let me show you, man. Like,
not really. Once he changed the rules, but he done changed the rules for them. So now they gonna get their NIL. They gonna get all that other money that was out there that they wasn't bringing in.
That bread is different, man.
So now
that bread is different.
He done flipped it up where now you can get paid.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You gotta think about this. If you give somebody this money, now they don't got to leave in 3 years. They already got money.
Take care of their family and get their degree. Yep.
I can stay 4 years, get another NIL deal, get this guap.
Yep.
Then go to the NFL.
Still go probably make less money than that in the league.
but I'm coming in with money now, so I'm not broke.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. Yo, fellas, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, son.
It's always real. Y'all dudes is crazy. I'm about to go Google a couple of things. I gotta go Google a couple of stats, man.
Yeah, go handle that, son. Word to mother. Yo, D, man, it's a pleasure. We gotta do
you, my dude. Salute you, man. Yes, keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Yes. The next time, because I really want to get on too. I ran into what's his name? Damon Shelton from Canarsie. So we got to talk about that on the next chat. We could get into that. Yeah.
I want y'all to. This is sports talk. It goes into sports talk. I know the fellas is all tapped in. I want y'all to start Googling long jumpers. Female, just put it in YouTube. Women long jumpers. Y'all will thank me, and we can talk. I want to talk about that on the next joint because it's crazy in the women's long jump world. That's what I want to say.
I got you.
It's crazy out here in the women's long jump.
I got you, my
Yo, later, y'all.